Today, let's go over a medium non-premium linked list question that looks like I solved half a year ago or over half a year ago. So let's see if I can redo it. So you're given an array of integers, actual array, and then the head of a linked list. So this is a list node object represented as an array, which has two attributes. And you want to return the head of a modified linked list after removing all nodes from the linked list that have a value that exists in nums. So essentially you want to get the difference of these two arrays and then just return it as long as whatever value you encounter is not exist in this integer array called nums, integer list called nums that they give you. So pretty simple and straightforward. If there's nothing matching, then just return whatever you have. So to do this, as usual, the way I like to do it is to create my own array, get all the values in the linked list, move the linked list to point to the next object, or the next node, if there is a next node. So now we have two arrays that we can easily manipulate. And let's create this other array called final. Probably not a good keyword to use because Java uses final. Let's call this answer. And then for every node in all the nodes in the linked list and their values as an integer array, let's iterate over that. And if this is not inside of nums, then we can append it to answer. If it is, we don't. So let's print answer. So 4, 5, good. 2, 2, 2, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, good. Now let's just turn this back into a linked list and return it because we're expecting a list node return type, right? So to do that, you create a dummy node and initialize it to an empty list node object, and then create another dummy node as a copy, which is going to actually create the links and move forward in the linked list before the dummy returns the next, which is going to be the head of the original linked list. So let's iterate over answer. And let's create a new list node object as a, this integer that we're iterating over in answer from left to right in answer, and then current equals current.next to move the linked list to the next value because the list node works different from an array. And then at the end, return dummy.next as we talked about to step onto the original head of the linked list that was saved. So let's see how this works. So it looks like you get time limit exceeded. Okay, so let's try this. If it's not in set nums, let's see if that helps. If it doesn't, let's try something else. Maybe you don't have to do this every time. So let's call this n equals to set of nums. And is not an n. That should be O1 now. And there you go. So it just shows you how powerful the difference between a set and an array can make in this case, although the time complexity isn't great. Again, this is my own way of doing it, and it's really intuitive and straightforward. So yeah, so just turning this from an array into a set, or at least making it so that, because when you do this, a new set is created every single time you loop through, versus if you do it like here, then you're just using that one object once because the set never changes, right? If nums is 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, the set's just going to be 1, 2, 3. You can still check if the number is inside of TMP. So that's O of 1 instead of O of n every single time. But if you create it into another, if you turn it into a set every single iteration, that's O of n times this, which is another O of n squared. So you basically just like destroyed all the benefits you had of turning it into a set. So hopefully that made sense and this was helpful, and consider subscribing if it did, and see you in the next video.